to see all the parents, friends, and relatives who have come to share this special day with us. Before we give the children their certificates, we would like to sing some of the songs.
There was a farmer and in blue. What's his name? P-L-U-E, 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 and blue. What's his name? There was a farmer and chicken yellow. What's his name? Y-E-L-L-O-W, Y-E-L-L-O-W, Y-E-L.
Breon Mitchell, Derek Englade, Julia Foret, Taylor Height, Mallory Lime Kudler,
Yes, with the pointed hat. Julia.
I knew it. Let's take some stuff.
The literature counter.
Look at the literature on the floor.
You wouldn't believe this.
Aim it up in the ceiling. Right up in there.
This is the entrance to the Kingdom Hall right here. There's the door.
go off, you felt the kick?
This is a ceiling fan in the Kingdom Hall. Think the water wasn't high? Look at this. This is the front of the Kingdom Hall in St. Bernard in Miro. The inside is indescribable. Everything's dead.
Have you ever compared yourself with someone else? It's not uncommon today for people to compare themselves with others. To measure against what's considered a standard is pretty routine today. In fact, companies do it all the time. It's a tool that they use to gauge what's considered quality or productivity.
Are you coming?
Decide where. Oh, you get that novel. Carla, break ahead. Okay, Robert, are you going?
Of course I am.
Hey, show me.
Losing it already. Look at his shoes. Look how dirty his shoes are.
Oh, I don't like that in and out fading thing.
Is that how it's set, or does it do that automatically?
It just, it stays.
Okay.
Hold my hand and let me do it.
Okay.
Like, you don't have to. You can walk.
I can just walk next to you like Daddy did. All right. You sure can.
Oh, here's Quick Start.
And make them jump off.
Come here, boy.
You don't have to jump off on
an extra play. They wind up kicking a field goal.
Oh no!
Plus, why the NFL originally went into the stands to round up John Bon Jovi just before Super Bowl.
Did you press the button?
Yes. It's so cold out here, I can't stand it.
Does it say it's recording?
Yeah, but it's got so much writing, I don't even know what all that writing.
All that scribbling.
There's no way I can stay out here.
They're recording Mr. Robert and Ryan carrying in wood when it's snowing outside. Look how retarded they look. Hold on, we gotta see Mr. Robert with his goofy hat.
Dan standing outside the corner. This bucket is so stupid. This bucket is the stupidest bucket I've ever seen.
Going back out. It's snowing outside. It's beautiful, guys. Getting firewood for the morning because it's going to be freezing.
On fire.
Is he coming?
Why don't y'all turn the light
Cheese, Mr. Robert. Look at the camera.
Help me make it through the night.
Without windshield wipers slapping time. You know what's called? You want that stuff? You smell. Look, he's earned it. Like, I'm gonna use it Hall of Fame. He won a Golden Globe. Do you have a favorite scene from A Star Is Born? You know I'm thinking, please say the hot tub. Please say the hot tub. And watch what happens when I dare to call it
Poetry is kind of like saying section. To me, it's a little grander than I would describe it.
I'm just going to keep throwing that hyperbole at you and making you dodge it.
Watch me go back.
Close that door.
This is where he sleeps. I will wait.
Are you willing to be persuaded that maybe they're not so bad? The North Tower. Every time I return to the wall.
Snow, snow, snow.
Yeah, we at the lodge. It's about 27 degrees out here. These people gotta be crazy. Look at the snow.
I've been on that. Calm down. Yeah, that's what me and Tim were doing all the time.
I would rather come down.
Here we are. We're sitting in the bar drinking a beer, watching all these idiots out there in the cold.
They won't. Yeah, but you can't go up that way.
Only the inside, but you can catch it.
See how they have them right now?
Everyone's on the early picking up.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I know why you can't get on.
Should have worn my beanie.
Now I see him. I hope I got him. Okay.
I'm freezing.
There's no photos of all this, just...
This is a photo op.
Ryan, stop.
Stop it, Ryan.
Look at the
Yeah, this is the loser. He lost about $7 in that stupid
did.
game.
Look at the camera.
Hi, camera.
Man.
He's gonna dispose of him. There is someone over there.
How did he get back down?
Throw that on your
skating down.
Do you have a camera?
That's not at all.
You are sorry.
Not on the camera.
I guess not.
Come here, mister. You ready? You
Go ahead.
It's in my ear.
Maybe this one, right?
I don't care about my food. It's in my ear.
It's all in your earring. It's in my ear.
It's freezing out here. Okay, turn around, Ron. Turn around, Ron.
This is the stuff.
Wait, let me get the mountains. Oh, cool. Okay, that's their view. Wait, put the bag down.
This is Mr. Robert and Miss Diane next to the waterfall. We're in some little village, not exactly sure which one. With the beautiful, wonderful Miss Diane's a tour guide.
Okay.
I meant to kick you in the
This is where we parking, under the steps. This is where we parking, under the steps. Go slow, Rob.
Wow, Ryan, look at it all.
We'll grab some snow, man.
Takes a minute, this dumb camera.
Tell me when it's on.
Okay, it's on.
Watch this, folks. Ow!
Right, that hurts, dude.
Ryan don't need a skateboard.
Watch this karate chop, Ryan.
falling.
Oh. Wait, I'm kidding.
Nice breaking glass.
Ryan, smile.
Bear!
Look, Ryan.
Ryan, climb up there.
They're not sharp, Ryan?
You're gonna fall and bust your head. You're gonna fall and bust your head.
Ryan, they hurt.
You're gonna fall and bust your head. Climb that up that rock, Ryan. I'm gonna help you.
Ryan, holy crap, look at that thing.
Look how white and powdery the snow is.
Look at that.
You all have to be freezing.
No.
Hey, Kim.
Burr.
That was your dad.
It wasn't me.
Ryan, you're gonna kill somebody.
Ryan, we'll show you where to climb up. Look right here.
Let's have a snow fight. Alright, Miss Diane, let's go sit in the car.
Watch this, Ryan. Watch this.
I'm freezing.
Ready?
I think I was,
I can make it up here.
Ryan, Miss Robert, run.
What? See? All right, hit enough of this.
okay, give me your camera here.
Wait for the ice, Ryan, so I can get you a timber.
Huh?
Like, don't break it. All I wanted to
freezing.
All right, I'm cold. I was wondering why they ain't filming it. The lens cover's on.
He's knocking down all the beauty.
Ryan! Run it, slide again.
He should have taken that big flat piece of ice and stood on it and slid.
Again, he's about ready to fall.
Ryan! We want you to run and slide.
Here you go.
No, not that one, you idiot.
I'm getting
I got him. I got him on film.
Those icicles are going to hit him in the head.
And they're gonna hurt. Why do you like breaking them?
Look, all the beauty. He's messing it up. For the people.
As long as we get to see them.
Here he comes.
He's going to slip. Because that street. Oh, it's the Olympic torch. It's the Olympic torch.
Tell him that. Tell him it looks like the Olympic torch. Right.
Looks like the Olympic torch.
When you were running with it like that? Run and slide again. Over this way.
All right.
That ain't on. You know you can't see
She
none
gave
of
you
that.
$100.
Hey, you're not filming the whole, huh?
She gave you $100.
You can't see nothing in here.
What's this little record player here for?
I don't know. You filming?
Yeah.
Well, that's bright. It's like I'm in a TV studio.
You gotta go in the snow.
Snow. I am. Okay. Red marks.
Look how thick that snow is.
I know.
It's rock hard.
It's rock hard. It's not powdery. It looks powdery.
This is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
Oh no! Go up on top of that little rock. And come down. There you go.
But
That-
It's rocky. I'm gonna fall.
no,
We don't care.
that's the point. We want to see you fall.
Make it smooth with the board. Scrape it.
The hill is rocky, not the snow.
Start right there.
You best do it. Oh, Lord.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Why y'all want me to fall?
I see.
You gotta turn it.
even know how to transfer those that stuff. Tell him to sit on it and come down that hill. Whee!
Go ahead, Ryan. You filming?
Uh-huh.
Do it again. That sucked.
He keeps getting stuck in the holes. It's so cold. My nose.
Did you see the water mistake? Side of it.
Isn't he tired yet?
No better. There we go.
Got him.
Yeah!
Every direction, and we can make our arms go the way we want them.
Last night it's snow blizzarding.
Get the snow out.
I will.
Blizzarational night.
Okay, I think you got enough.
It's a very blizzarational night. The snow falling, and it's falling heavy. It's snowing outside hard.
Look at his belly hanging out.
I know, Robert. That's disgusting. Oh, Lord.
Fill my belly.
Brian, wave at the camera.
I'm Dr. Joette Giudico.
Our beautiful fire.
Medical technology is improving the odds for premature.
This is the snow.
You can take this bring it on me at the dealership in here. We've got over 53 of them. Hondas, Nissans, and Toyotas. Starting at 12, 8, 90, or 0 down, 279 a month. Look, come see some of the value products.
Look at the snow. This is the deck. This is our cabin. I can't believe you didn't take pictures of our cabin, Rob.
I just be dead pulled. Everybody.
Yeah, I beat him.
Everybody, I just beat him. He's gonna tell you that he's gonna tell me that he let me win, but he didn't.
This is the snow. All night it snowed. It's still coming down. I hope we can get out. Oh, it's freezing out here. Look at the car. This is our car. Gotta try to warm it up. I don't know how we're gonna get out of here. Look at the snow. It's beautiful. We can't see. You gotta get the snow off the car.
This is unbelievable.
Record snow last night. How are we gonna get down the mountain? Now you turn your windshield wipers on, I think.
Had all the snow?
Yeah, give me that. Wait. They're loading up. Wait here. Okay. This is upstairs, the pool room. That must be their storage. That's the windows. Hope you can see it. There we go. That's the windows. This is the view. Okay. This is the den. This is Kimber because she's so angry we have to go home.
I just want to go to sleep.
This is Ryan, who has to go to work tonight and put up his posters. Oh no, his t-shirt. Look at the snow! This is outside our balcony. You can't see too much. Look at the snow on the trees. Unbelievable. Okay, here's Robbie. He just loaded the car. He's frozen.
Ready to go.
It's Ron and Kimber's room. This is what you see when you walk in the door. A wall of windows. And this is our room. The bathroom. You can hear it. You can hear the snowfall. Look at this. The day we're leaving. We have to go down the mountain in this ridiculous weather. Whoever funds this camera without us means we didn't make it. We slid off. This is our car. Look at the trees. They're beautiful.
Covered in snow.
Look at this.
Look at how beautiful.
Are you filming that?
Yes, I am.
Look.
Oh, no, this is all snow right here.
Look how deep.
Let me see.
Look how deep.
Cut it and cut it with your hand.
I mean, we got plenty of snow.
Look at this. This looks like a wonderland. Look at that.
A winter wonderland.
I just can't believe it. I'm
Last day here,
so happy we got.
Still snowing.
And look, all of this looks white.
I know.
It's all white.
Still snowing.
I guess so.
Look at Ryan's feet is buried in it. Look at the houses. It looks like a Christmas card.
No, it doesn't.
Look at the car.
All right.
Goodbye. Y'all come back now, you hear? Rob, could they just get out and take a picture? This is something
No, he can do it by the window.
we'll
Here.
never see again.
You can film all of this.
This is our ride down the mountain. It is 7:21 in the morning.
31 degrees Fahrenheit.
This is what happened last night while we were sleeping. We need to take a picture of y'all in the snow.
I know.
There's a blizzard.
I have never, ever seen this.
Mom, when we were here with Tim and Terrence.
It wasn't like this,
Oh, yeah,
Ryan.
well- Yes, it was.
Yeah, it was. They had snow all over the roads.
Brian, I don't remember it being like this on the trees like this.
Oh, yeah. It was.
I don't know if it snowed as much as it did.
Ryan, it
Of course
didn't.
it did.
This was our tops.
Of course, because I'm here. I was there. It's the only reason. Look how thick it is.
I mean, that looks like a postcard.
All of this does, Mr. Here. I've never seen snow this heavy before.
You from
Well,
Virginia.
I'll tell you one thing. Y'all gonna remember this for a long time. Hey, y'all will. Y'all gonna remember this for a long time. we go. Yeah.
Where's the pancake?
Pancake pantry, see? There it is. The old pantry.
Is anybody in there?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. Good.
Chapman wallowed in his misery and left only a trail of destruction.
John had some very searing experiences of abandonment as a child.
Abandoned by his father, John Lennon was sent off to live with his Aunt Mimi. Later, his mother Julia was hit by a car and killed. Years before there was Lennon the legend, there was a little boy who was hurting and angry. Music was his salvation.
He became absolutely fixated on rock and roll. The minute he heard it. Chuck Berry, Little Richard, and Elvis. After he heard Elvis, he said, nothing was ever the same for me again.
Lennon said rock and roll was the only thing that could get through to me when I was 15. It was 1955, the same year Mark David Chapman was born. Like any doting mother, Diane Chapman would tell her son he was special, destined to be a somebody. Young Mark believed her.
He knew that he was destined to be famous, that he was going to do something that he would be known for.
In the 50s, Ike was in the White House, and for a burgeoning middle class, the American dream was alive and well. A dream that included a couple of kids, a steady job, and a house in the suburbs. Mark Chapman's father worked for an oil company. His mom was a nurse. Little sister Susan rounded out the family. From the outside looking in, the Chapmans of Decatur, Georgia, were living the dream.
It was a comfortable place to grow up. There was a real innocence back at that point in time.
But Mark Chapman says there was a dark side to his childhood his friends didn't see. What did you learn about his childhood from him directly?
His anger at his father, which he could do nothing about. He was observing his father abusing his mother, physically striking mother, and also hitting Mark as well.
He told me that when his mom would get really upset, that he would sit on the floor and sort of rub her leg and try to make her feel better.
To make himself feel better, Chapman says he would retreat into a make-believe world that he called the little people.
Mark told me that he had invisible little people in his head that would talk to him.
They lived along the walls and along the baseboards. That was kind of like their shops. And then they would, get in elevators and go up the ceiling, or rather go up the side of the wall, and that's where they would live.
Of course, now looking back, that's not a good sign.
In audio tapes recorded years later in prison, Chapman described how the little people brought him peace.
They gave me order, they gave me responsibility, they gave me rationality. The irony is that they were not real.
When people grow up in an abusive household, they often retreat into their imaginations.
He had a tough life, but it wasn't that tough. How does a guy who grew up in what is a middle-class kind of decent environment snap?
Each of us is unique and different. We have different makeups, we have different genes.
React to things differently.
Yeah.
Chapman describes himself as somebody who simply couldn't cope with the day-to-day challenges that are part of growing up. Decades later, he still gripes about playground pranks and teasing that other kids seem to take in stride. It is a portrait filled with self-pity.
No one had ever taught me how to defend myself, or that I was worthy of defending myself.
In Chapman's imaginary world, he was the one in control. He would beam signals to his little people, he'd reward them, command them, and if they made him mad, he'd blow them to kingdom come. No adults, real or imagined, were allowed into this strange and secret world until 8-year-old Mark Chapman invited 4 young men from Liverpool named John, Paul, George, and Ringo.
What do you think your music does for these people?
We don't know, really. If we knew, we'd form another group and be managers.
We were the first working class singers that didn't try and change our accents. They do it in America to get on TV and radio, right? Hi, I'm from nowhere.
The Beatles invaded America in February 1964, the month they released their single, Twist and Shout.
Well, shake it up, baby, now. Shake it up, baby. Twist and shout.
On their first full day in America, they were taken to New York's Central Park to meet the press. It was 23-year-old John Lennon's introduction to a park he would come to love. There, over Lennon's shoulder, is the Dakota, the apartment building where he would later live and die. The Beatles were an instant and phenomenal success, turning out #1 hits at a pace that's never been equaled. I Want to Hold Your Hand.
Can't buy me love.
Can't Buy Me Love. She Loves You. There hadn't been anything like it before. There hasn't been anything like it since.
They did what the Redcoats couldn't do in the American Revolution. They conquered the colony.
They called it Beatlemania, and it bowled over 9-year-old Mark Chapman right from the start. He got their LP, Meet the Beatles.
I would often play it alone when my parents would leave, and I would rock on the sofa. I even took some green plastic soldiers, and I would cut out little guitars and paste them over their guns, and I'd play the record, and they would have a little concert for the little people.
Little child, little child.
Sometimes Chapman would change the lyrics during one of his concerts. Little Child became Little People. Some lyrics must have seemed like they were written just for him. There's a place where I can go when I feel low, when I feel blue, and it's my mind. And there's no time when I'm alone.
There were no other concerts put on for these little people, just the Beatles. I memorized every word of every song. I just loved them.
People were identifying personally, viscerally, emotionally, subconsciously to various Beatles, and that was part of their magic carpet ride.
For Mark Chapman, it was all about John. He noticed John was called the leader of the group. Chapman could identify with that. He was the leader of the little people. With each new song, he learned to define himself with John Lennon's words.
I'm a loser.
I'm a loser. Help.
He's a real nowhere man.
Nowhere man.
Lennon's kind of putting his whole life into his music. That established a kind of intimacy between Lennon and his fans.
Mark Chapman felt that closeness, but not like some ordinary fan. It was all-consuming. John Lennon was now the star player in Chapman's bizarre fantasy world. It was the beginning of an obsession, a long and winding road that would end in tragedy.
But I remember thinking, wow, you know, wouldn't it be great to be one of these guys? What would it be like to be a Beatle? But that memory, of course, would play into perhaps part of the reason why John Lennon was killed 15 years later. God forgive me for it.
When we come back, John Lennon and the Beatles take a radical turn. So does Mark Chapman.
The Beatles now were into psychedelics. They're into Hindu meditation. They're into long hair and beards, and they fit right along with my plans.
Monday, it's the event you've been waiting for. Medium in 3D. For the first time, see her visions in 3D.
Oh my God.
And use the hidden clues to solve the case. An episode like you've never seen. Medium in 3D, Monday on NBC. Get your 3D glasses and the new TV guide on newsstands now. Go to NBC.com for more information.
We started on the evening before the storm's arrival on the Gulf Coast thinking about what's going to happen after the storm is over. We started a whole series of processes to be ready to have this place open today, to have health care available to our employees, to have money available to them for payroll purposes, to have no interruption in benefits. Folks are in great need of help and support, and they need some security. There has to be something people can count on. For a company as successful as ours and as big as ours, that's not a lot to do.
Guess who's coming back to Lakeside? It's Santa. Santa's Arrival and Children's Program will kick off the holiday season Saturday, November 19th at 10 a.m. under the Veteran Skylight.
Where fashion meets fun. Lakeside.
Cafe Reconcile in Central City is open for business. Lunch and takeout Monday through Friday from 11 to 3. Plus, let Cafe Reconcile cater for your business or organization, large or small. For more information, call 568-1157.
Why termite season may be even worse next spring. 6 is on your side tonight at 10.
From young rockers to rebels, John Lennon and the Beatles change their tune, and the music turns dark for Mark Chapman. The Man Who Killed John Lennon returns in a moment.
Your son really wants an MP3 player. You want to make sure you get the right one. Circuit City makes it simple. That's because only Circuit City offers a website with thousands of customer reviews that rate the hottest technology. Plus expert help in our stores. So now, finding the perfect gift is simpler at Circuit City.
You've got possibilities, let us give it a try. I see possibilities, maybe more than meets the eye.
For 2 days only, everything is on sale from A to Z at Kohl's. Save even more during power hours. Night owls shop Friday. Early birds shop Saturday. On everything you need, anything you want. Because everything, and that means everything, is on sale from A to Z at Kohl's. Expect great things.
On Days of Our Lives, finally,
I want to make love to you.
Sean and Mimi are together at last. Days of Our Lives, NBC Daytime. NBC Tuesday.
Lauren, did you try to harm your baby?
Did he rape you? You beat her so hard that you killed her baby.
An incredible all-new SVU, Tuesday on NBC.
Mark David Chapman says as a boy, he was haunted by the trauma of witnessing domestic violence. To cope, he says, he retreated into his imagination and into the music of the Beatles. One Beatle in particular, John Lennon, became the object of fascination. And as we hear in these rare audio tapes, it's clear fascination was about to turn into obsession. Again, Hoda Kotb.
The 60s were in full swing, and a young Mark Chapman wrapped himself in the Beatles. He started playing guitar. Maybe he'd grow up to be just like a Beatle. In John Lennon, he found a voice, a hero, a role model.
He would try to dress like John, try to have the same glasses John Lennon would have. Whenever we'd talk about the Beatles, it was John Lennon has done this or John Lennon has done that.
John Lennon was the controversial Beatle, quick-witted and opinionated.
But you can't just keep quiet about anything that's going on in the world unless you're a monk. Sorry, monks, I didn't mean it. I meant actually.
The Beatles were sort of sweet and lovable. But within a year or two, the Beatles came to represent youth rebellion.
Of all the Beatles, it was John Lennon who symbolized that rebellion.
There was no filter on his mouth. If he thought of it, he'd say it. Just whoosh, and it could get him into trouble.
While Lennon would speak his mind, everyone else was trying to read it, searching for hidden meanings in every Beatles song.
Mark would discover these clues and show them to me. He would go digging for the smaller, intricate things about the Beatles and share them. And we'd, wow, that's neat.
All our messages were subliminal, you know. Meaning we were sending messages out, all right, just reporting on the state we were in. We were part of that psychedelic stuff.
When Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band was released in 1967, the message seemed pretty clear. The Beatles had fully embraced the 60s drug culture. To fans, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds was a song about LSD. In just a few years, the Beatles had done something profound to the culture and to a lost suburban kid from Georgia looking for an identity.
The Beatles now were into psychedelics. They were into Hindu meditation. They were into long hair and beards, and they fit right along with my plans.
He was barely a teenager, but Chapman's plan was to tune in, turn on, and drop out.
It was just up at his house one day, and he said, wow, I got some grass here. You want to go try to smoke it? And I said, well, yeah, sure, you know, why not? I'm curious.
And did it escalate?
Exactly. Went on to different, to the psychedelic drugs.
Right, LSD, acid.
Yes, exactly. And became a changed person after that.
All he ever wanted was to fit in, be a somebody. He thought drugs would be the ticket. But Mark Chapman could never find a middle ground. He warped every experience into something extreme. He was only in the 9th grade, but Chapman says he became a hippie, a freak.
For the first time in my life, I was with a group and I was in. We had long hair. We had bell-bottom jeans. We took drugs. We were dirty. We were counterculture.
According to Chapman, things escalated quickly. He smoked pot, dropped acid, and even experimented with heroin. He says it triggered violent urges he'd never felt before.
We're all tripping. And there was a knife in the room. And something in me, while I was tripping, was trying to urge me to pick up this knife and stab it at these guys, my friends. And thank God I avoided doing that.
Mark Chapman had become counterculture, just like his hero, but it was a hollow imitation. He had achieved nothing. John Lennon had become a legend, one of the most famous and influential men on the planet. When he married Yoko Ono in 1969, his private life, his music, and his activism were cemented together. It was the Ballad of John and Yoko.
He wants to do something. He wants to use his power as a celebrity to try to help stop the war in Vietnam. He wants to do good.
All the time we just kept plugging peace, and the story that came out was John and Yoko do bed in for peace. And we were just promoting peace, like you promote any product. You know, they promote war, join the Marines, join this, we were promoting peace.
Lennon would later say the 60s weren't the answer to the world's problems, but they showed us the possibilities of what might be. Chapman's trip into the 60s counterculture turned out to be nothing but a dead end.
We're talking about a year and a half of drugs and hippie days, and I was in trouble.
Mark Chapman, the hippie, was still a nobody. He would have to look somewhere else for salvation.
And coming up, how finding salvation collided with Chapman's obsession.
The comment made by John Lennon that the Beatles were more popular than Jesus Christ really made him angry.
The passengers of the SS Poseidon are about to have their lives turned upside down. Now, there's only one destination. Up.
Oh my God, we're upside down.
The Poseidon Adventure, Sunday on NBC. Wednesday at 8/7 Central, E-Ring is the #1 show. A soldier MIA.
We never went looking for it.
I got one at home. No. Take Brad.
Where is he?
Brad. You saw some music?
That's got sunburn?
No. The part, this part.
I think Jack.
It is freezing. It's not supposed.
No one should stand close to the table. It makes it difficult for judges to hear, for students to give their presentation. Just keep the walkway free so people can walk up and down. Just do not push on the other side of the empty side of the exhibit area.
Students in geography, group projects only. You are dismissed. Once again, that's geography, group projects. You are dismissed. Although no one will be allowed